Hello there. Well, to shake things up a bit, I'm doing a midday roundup today. Oscar's headed away early, so it's left me in the workshop doing some bits of work myself and some admin. We've got a fair few jobs on the go at the moment, written up on the board, and some others that aren't written up on the board. The dyno is busy. Myself, I've been on this GSX-R 1100. We're not really dyno testing. We're just trying to rolling road test, do a few miles and make sure we've got fuel flow and everything's working as it should. Going quite well. That I might do a power run on it, just see what it's doing by the end of the day. The CB 1100RD, sorry my shaky camera work, pretty much ready to go now, very much finished. The rear shock is off, the owner's taken it away just to give it a really good thorough clean and fit a new end cap to it. The little YSR is in its... This is a bit of an ongoing issue bike. I fitted electronic ignition to it, a programmable electronic ignition that needed to run 12 volts, and the bike's a 6 volt bike. You can see the little battery up on the back is a 6 volt battery. I found a converter unit that will step 6 volts up to 12 volts, and that would run the ignition. The downside is it actually simply draws more power to do that than the generator can kick out. So after about 20 minutes, the 12 volt circuit starts to lose power and the ignition system starts to misfire. I'm going to send the generator off to West Country Windings, and they're going to rewind it as a 12 volt output, and then we're going to have to change the bulbs, the horn, the regulator to 12 volts, and then put a little 12 volt house alarm battery on it, and we should be working. I mean, the good news is Mick Abbey's pipe and the programmable ignition all work perfectly. The bad news is we're just running out of power for them. The RD400 is done, road tested, ready to go, because Zoltan is going to pick that up next week. The little Kajiva Mito with a 350 power valve engine, it's off the dyno now. It's onto fitting off the electrics completely, so it's got the nice dash unit on that the customer's bought, headlight system's back on. I'm fitting all the components, and then I'm just going to get a wiring harness and fit it all together. 350LC, this is coming for a rework. The owner got it from an auction and just wanted us to go through it because it's an unknown bike to him. We found a few bits and pieces that we're putting right. It's an unusual little 350. It's not one of those sort of usual, totally original, restored bikes that you see nowadays. It's a nice, messed about with 350, which is what they all were back in the day. I mean, you didn't find standard 350s in, late 80s. It's got pod air filters into the original airbox. There's no air filter up there, but there is the inlet trunk. It's got this big canister crossover tube on it. It's running different pipes, but we're just checking everything over. One thing the owner did want us to do while it was with us was get rid of these gold fork leg lowers and replace them with some aluminium ones that he brought in, some standard looking ones. Didn't like the gold, which is fair enough. When we took them apart, we found that there were various bits missing inside the forks. So we got it on the bench, we got the front end up in the air, we started doing the job, and then realised halfway through we were stuck. We're buying some new parts, that'll finish that off. Ducati Scrambler 1100, this has come in for a valve clearance check. It's early, it's only done just over 4,000 miles. Valve check is normally at 7.5, but custom wanted belts on and valve clearance doing because we're getting about around 5 years old, which way you say you should do the belts. So we thought, might as well get the valve clearances checked at the same time. They're all quite a long way out, to a shocking extent on one of them. Considering this is done 4 and a bit thousand, I've got a feeling the factory actually sent them out of spec. Not far enough out to be a concern, but far enough out to need adjustment. Bit surprising, but all we can do is put them right. The annoyance is the shim collars, these tiny little things that we need replacement ones of these in the right sizes. They're all back order off Ducati, so it's just got to sit there until they come in. But anyway, the joys of them. The RD500 engine has moved along quite a long way. Cylinders are back on, the cylinder heads have been dropped on, then taken back off again. We're doing it slow and steady, we're making sure this engine's right as we go. Sometimes you test fit a few bits, you make sure they're all right and take them back off, because we found it was so mismatched and so poorly built when we took it apart. We do just have to double check everything as we go. But yeah, cylinder heads are probably going back onto that on Monday. We're really not far off that being a bench engine ready to fit to its chassis, so that'll be coming up soon. The GT550 engine is pretty much done. Generator's back on. Clutch cover is loose fitted, it needs to come back off. The little oil seal that the clutch release arm fits into was missing. I should have spotted it months ago when we took the thing apart, but it just escaped my attention when we came to put it back together. And I looked to check the oil seal, it simply wasn't there. Anyway, got one coming in Monday, that won't hold us up too much. But the rest of that engine's done, the electric start's working on it, and back to normal. So, there you go. The RD500 cylinder heads sat ready to go. Gasket sets for these. We got an aftermarket gasket set, which is fine for the general casing gaskets, but head gaskets, they're OEM Yamaha. They're the only ones I'd fit to these. Quite a few O-rings on these engines as well that all need replacing, these water channel O-rings, so they'll all get done. That's about it for this week. Been pretty busy as always, even for October. We're moving on to some of the project work that's been put to one side over this summer, and we're now starting to get them in and get them through, get them finished and get them out. We've got some interesting bikes coming in the next couple of weeks, some really interesting stuff. We'll see how we go with that. Anyway, have a good weekend. I certainly plan to, and I'll catch up with everybody probably the end of next week.